Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to use MetaTrader 4. Quick disclaimer though, I won't be spending too much time on this app because there are so many other sources out there, and you guys will be able to research and do a lot more in-depth knowledge if you want to know a lot more specific things about MetaTrader 4. But along throughout the course, a lot of the things on MetaTrader 4 will become more self-explanatory. But I want to give you guys a brief overview of what to do or how to place a trade. What is MetaTrader really used for? So just to quickly explain what MetaTrader 4 is, remember I said we have a broker. Our broker is essentially where we deposit our money and is actually the person or the website that, or the company rather, who uses the website to actually place trades for us. So they actually go out, they buy the currencies, they sell the currencies, etc., etc. MetaTrader 4 is our messaging platform to that broker in a sense. This is where we can conduct trades, and whenever we press a button here, this is sending a message to our broker saying, hey, okay, buy GBP USD at this much, and then sell it whenever you press the sell button. So it does all that for you, but MetaTrader 4 is more of a medium rather than you actually having money on here and pressing it, and actually playing. It looks like the money is on here. If you press trade, you see the balance up there. This is just one of my accounts. You see like the balance is $3,000, 775 cents. You can see that there's money in there, but it's not really in MetaTrader 4. It's in your broker. But this is just a messaging platform. Okay. So it looks really complicated right now. So I'm probably actually going to switch from my account to let me just open the demo real quick, to be honest. Do I have a demo already? I think I might have a demo. No, I do not. But I'll just switch to this other account. So, okay. So this is essentially what MetaTrader is for. I told you guys already. Now, on this quotes page, you can see that on the bottom left, it says quotes. This is one of the 5 pages. Now, on the quotes page, there are a couple of things here. I have it on the simple setting because I don't want to confuse you. This is what the advanced setting looks like. It's pretty complicated, and I don't want to confuse you guys right now. If you're really interested in learning about what that means, I mean, you can go ahead and research that on your own time. I can't say on your own time. Anyway, you can research that. But essentially, on the left here, we have the different currency pairs. So you have GBP USD at the top, GBP CHF right below, and then so on and so forth. Now, depending on the currency you want to trade, you can actually add, actually before I say that, on the right of that you have these particular numbers, 1.21198 and 1.21224 on the top for GBP USD. Okay? Now these are essentially the prices. This is the exact price of the currency right now. Now, if you can know, there's two different numbers and there's a differential. Now, the difference between these two numbers is actually what we call the spread. And the spread is how they make money. So for example, let's say you want to buy the GBP USD. You're going to buy it at a slightly higher price than it is, which is that number on the right. That number is slightly higher than the number on the left. That's the number you're actually going to buy it at because they're adding their spread on there so they can make a little bit of profit from you buying currencies from them, right? And then on the left, if you want to do the opposite for something that we call sell, and I'm going to explain that a little later, then you're gonna sell at a lower price, right? So sell is just like, so let's say for buying, you can make money when the currency is going up, but you can also make money when the currency is going down. So another word for sell is short. So let's say you want to short the currency because it's going downwards. You're gonna short it at a lower price than it actually is because they make money off of that differential right there. So that's just, if that seems a little complicated, maybe I'll do a video on it, but honestly, it's not that important. You can go ahead and read up on that if you're really, really interested. But yeah, so if you want to add a new currency pair, go to the top right and press the plus button. And you can also, so there are different groups. It doesn't really matter. The group, I don't know why they split it into groups like that, but you can scroll down and you can see the particular currencies, and you can add anyone you want by pressing the plus button on the left. So I want to add Euro GBP, so I'm going to press the plus on the left. and it's been added. You can't see it on this list anymore. It means it's been added. You just press done. You scroll all the way down, and there you go. Your GBP is at the bottom, right here. Okay? So also, if you want to rearrange, let's say you want to rearrange it so that everything is in accordance with the currency. All the currencies are in groups, and in accordance to the currency on the left side. So, for example, you can press this pencil button at the top left, and you drag it up and down with the three little bars on the left. And let's say I want to bring GBP AUD up here to the rest of the GBPs. I actually recommend doing this just because it makes it faster when you want to actually access the currencies you want to sell or want to buy, and that's really important, especially during scalping, because you have to be really fast about scalping. So it makes it a lot quicker if you know exactly where everything is. You see what I'm saying? All right, now you can press the chart button. Now the chart button here, it looks very complicated. I have a bunch of lines on there, but this is essentially the chart, right? It'll be fresh when you first open it, given that this is probably your first time in MetaTrader. But with that being said, you can go ahead and do a lot of things on the chart. You can actually technically analyze the chart on MetaTrader 4. Although I don't recommend that, I would recommend using TradingView.com, and I'm going to give you guys a link to that. But you can actually, if you don't have time, let's say you're at work, you can actually do this on MetaTrader 4. So there are a couple things here. On the top left, you have the H1. So that's actually the time for each of the candlesticks. So if you zoom in, you can just press zoom. Sorry, not zoom. You can just pinch it and zoom in. Each candlestick, H1 stands for 1 hour. So each candlestick is representative of how the price has fluctuated within the hour. You can change that to 5 minutes. That's M5, right? You can change that to 30 minutes, 30M, right? You can change that to 4 hours. Each candlestick will be 4 hours. You can change to day 1 or D1. That's 1 day, and etc. etc. Okay, so that's pretty much that. This button right here, I'm not really sure what it does, but I guess you can just pinpoint. That's the top left button. You can just double tap that. The F right here, you can actually add indicators. Now I have 3 indicators. I have 2 moving averages. You can input these numbers. You can input this if you'd like to. It kind of helps. So just screenshot this and input that. And moving average as well. You can input this one as well. And then the relative strength index. You can input all this stuff as well. These are recommended settings that I have for you guys. A little bit later, I'm going to explain why these are important. But yeah, so if you want to add a moving average, you just want to press main window, and you can scroll down and see the little indicators, right? And you can press, if you want to add an RSI, you can just press indicator 1, and you can add them as well. It'll be somewhere located in here. Yeah. The edit button. Okay, so if you press the edit button, you can actually delete these things, and press done. That's great. Okay, so then all these things will be on your graph, and it'll look like this. Then if you want to see all these lines right here, I'm going to teach you guys how to make resistance lines later. These are resistance and support lines, and I'm going to explain to you what these are and why they're important. But they're very, very important. So you want to press the bunch of shapes at the top right, and you can actually add right here. This complicated list is just all the little things that I've added for each currency pair. You can see, but you can actually add objects. So if you press add objects, or even if you go down below, right below add object, you can see you can press the horizontal line. That will create another horizontal line on top. You just have to tap it again. You can press the trend line, and all you have to do is just tap and drag the little dot, right? Okay, and you can actually hold the middle dot and move it around. All these things will make sense a lot later. Pretty much that's all you really need. If you'd like to, you can separate it into weeks by actually putting a vertical line and say this is like, okay, the start of week the 12th of October, and then move it to and then press it again, create another line. You can actually separate the currency and see how it does over a specific period of time. And yeah, you can actually create arrows as well. So that's an arrow right there. And stuff like that. Yeah, you press add object. You can add so many different objects that you would like to, depending on what you learn. Okay? Now the trade button, and now you click the trade page, and this is where the stuff gets juicy. This is what we're really looking for here. So you're gonna have your balance. The balance at the top is exactly how much money you have, right? And that's pretty much all I focus on. The equity, margin, free margin, margin level percentage. I don't really focus on any of that. You guys can go ahead and read that up, but I'm not really concerned about that. All I focus on is the balance, and that's exactly how much money I have in this account. So I actually have $0.00 in this account right here. But you press the plus button, and you can do a number of things, right? So market execution. So if you click this button right here, that's market execution. Essentially, what that means is that okay, actually, yeah. So market execution is a mode in trading where you can actually just place the trade instantly, right? You can instantly place this trade. Sorry, actually, I accidentally pressed that. Press delete. So this is when you want to place a trade instantly. You press sell by market or you buy by market. Buy by market just means you're doing it instantly. Some of them say instant execution as well, depending on your broker. But just know that this top one is just to do it instantly. Buy limit and sell limit, I'm not too concerned about. I don't use that. But if you want to set a buy stop or a sell stop, right, you press the buy stop button. And then right below that, you have your lot size. Now, I'm going to show in a future video a trick to know which lot size you should use. But just know that the higher the lot size you use, the more or less money you can make. I showed you in a previous video, the lot size that you want to. What lot sizes mean and how that actually impacts how much money you make. But yeah, let's say I want to make that 0.1 because let's say I have like a $200 account. I'm not trying to use too much leverage, not too much lot size, and then I can input the price at which I want to buy it at. Then this is where you put your stop loss, and this is where you put your take profit, right? And then once you do that, if all the things make sense, like if your stop loss is exactly what it's supposed to be, your take profit is exactly what it's supposed to be. So let's say I actually increase my take profit. Actually, hold on. Yeah. So all these numbers seem correct. So what you would do is that you would just press place, and it would actually place the trade. But it would place your buy stop, right? And whenever it hits the price, you'll automatically enter that trade. And if you want to close it, or once you're in the trade, you want to hold down on this. You'll see a button that says close, and then you'll just go there and close it. If you want to delete it, you can just hold down on it again and press delete. Or if you want to modify it, you can just press modify, hold down, press modify, and then you can go back in here and stuff like that. The trade button just takes you back if you want to place another trade, and then the chart button just takes you back to the chart. Okay, cool. So I did all that by holding down. Actually, if you even tap it once, you can actually see all the statistics down here. The date and the time it was placed, the stop loss, the take profit, everything like that, all the good stuff. And then history. Actually, I'll show you guys my history on my real account. History right here. This is just for today. So I made like $422. So history is exactly where you get to see all the trades you've placed for a specific time zone. For a specific timeline. And today was a great day. Placed a lot of trades, and a lot of them very profitable. I think I only lost $6. Whoa, 666. That's kind of evil, man. Yikes. I knew that was a bad trade from the beginning. But yeah, so you have so many. Yeah, so that's all the trades here basically. And you go to settings. So many things you can do here. So if you want to actually add your account, there are different ways to do that. So what I would recommend is going on Google and searching how do I add my account from whatever your broker is into Metatrader 4. But essentially what you want to do is you want to press the new account button in settings and log into existing account. You want to enter your server. Your server is actually going to be given to you by your broker. And if we go back onto Awanda, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna show you guys an Awanda real quick. Give me a second. Okay, so if you go to Awanda.com, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And each broker will tell you exactly what theirs is. But in Awanda.com, you're going to be giving a particular server. So I go to manage funds real quick. Okay, so here I am on funds. And then essentially the server you want to be in is Awanda V20 Live 2. So that's your server. That's just for my account. But each account may have a different server. So if I go back to the trade screen, I can see that Awanda V20 Live 2 is right here. Okay, click that, and I enter in my username. So my username is actually just going to be the digits that are right here. Your MT4 account login. So that's your login username right there, and then it's actually just going to be my account password. Now there are different setups for. Oh, sorry, and my password is just going to be the regular account password. So there are different, and you just press sign in, and you'll sign in. There are different setup methods. So there are different setup methods for different brokers. So I would always recommend doing some research on that. But this is essentially how you use MetaTrader 4. All these other things aren't really super important. If you press this top button as well, the top one, the one that says combo funds, yours will probably see something different. But if you press that, you can actually switch if you have multiple accounts. And you just tap that, you tap the other account. You can switch. But this is how you use MetaTrader 4. I've basically gone over everything you're going to need to know. But yeah, I'm going to leave my email. So if you guys have any problems or any situations, you're also going to be added to a WhatsApp group as well. So if you have any problems, any situations, I'm very reachable. Just let me know. Okay?